An environment outlook report process is intended to enable decision makers to make informed decisions on environmental management in a particular geographic area. It is compiled to present information to the public and various government departments alike about the condition and the quality of the environment that we live in. As such, its main purpose is to inform individuals and institutions about what is being done to improve environmental quality and ecological functioning, and to be used as a decision-making resource for all spheres of government.
Air pollution and the quality of air that we breathe is regulated using the law that we loosely call Air Quality Act. The Air Quality Act was published with a lot of regulations that help to control the air that we breathe. Now, the quality of the air that you breathe at any point is related to and changes to two things. Firstly, is the emissions from activities that are man-made like mining, agriculture. Secondly, is the chemical compositions of the emissions in the atmosphere, how they react, and in most of the cases they give rise to new chemicals like ozone. Now, the department has published a lot of laws in terms of the National Ambient Air Quality Standard, loosely is the quality of the air that we breathe, how much the pollutants are supposed to be in that air. We have what we call monitoring stations to monitor the amount of pollutants in that air that we breathe. Now, in terms of the environmental outlook, our monitoring stations have picked up that in terms of the pollutants that we breathe, mainly we have a lot of particulate matter that exceeds the standard in terms of the air that we breathe. The department has put in an air quality management plan to deal with that particular issue in terms of the emissions. So we have a lot of stations that are monitoring the air that we breathe in terms of the pollutants. Now, the type of pollutants that we are looking at are pollutants like sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. So we have plans in terms of air quality management plans to regulate the activities. The pollution is mostly caused by the industry, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the activities in the domestic household are also guiltless. So they are also guilty in terms of the emissions that is there in terms of the health. So we have strategies that are coming up to deal with emissions in different places that we live in terms of the strategies and how to deal with those emissions. And the government is putting in place a coordination of departments that will be dealing with pollutions from those densely populated areas. In terms of the local authorities, they are supposed to be coming up with management plans to deal with air quality in areas that we are living in. So it calls upon all of us to make sure that we don't pollute the air that we breathe.